Hey, it's Rocky, and today I want to talk to you about apologizing. I'm sorry, man, but I'm tired of apologies. Everybody thinks they can just do whatever they want these days, and as long as they say, oh, man, sorry about that, that they can just go ahead and get away with it. You know, you got the guy that, even Vanilla Ice, just apologized for, like, Ice Ice Baby. Actually, that one... That's probably valid. I actually like that apology. But, I'm not talking about all apologies. I mean, some people say you're sorry. You know, like maybe you're in your office or something. You're not really paying attention. Walking down the hall, you bump into somebody, say, oh, sorry. You know, I'm not really talking about that. That's fine. I mean, you didn't mean to bump into him. If you had to do it again, you probably wouldn't. So it's kind of like a valid apology. You know, sorry is a word that's kind of like love or promise. It has to hold some kind of weight. If you're going to say I'm sorry, it needs to really be like some kind of a prelude to some sort of sacrificial gesture that you're going to make. So I get a little tired of the empty sorries. You know, they got the one guy, who's the new GOP guy, Michael Steele. Just, he goes on this show, he calls Rush Limbaugh just an entertainer, and he said ugly and incendiary, just stating the facts, And then, Rush hears about this, gets upset, so then Michael Steele turns around and, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Don't say you're sorry. If you throw something out there, and it's your job to be like a speaker, obviously you thought about it. If you threw it out there, then leave it out there. Be a man, stand up for your words, say, yeah, I said it, I meant it, I'd say it again. What's wrong with that? What's all the, I'm sorry, I don't know where you're from, but I grew up in Granite City, right? You can't just throw stuff out there and then just, oh, sorry. If you're walking down the street and you see some guy, you can't be like, hey man, you're ugly, your mom's a slut, I'm gonna kick your ass. Oh, sorry. If you do that in my town, one of two things are gonna happen. Either A, you're going to have to kick that person's ass now, or B, that person is going to kick your ass. So yeah, if you're going to say something, stand behind it, back it up. None of this, hey, I'm going to be a big man now. Oh, I got caught. Oh, sorry. And the same thing goes for getting caught doing things, like the, what was the guy that was, I don't know, he was like, I don't know what he was a sports guy, and he was dog fighting and all that. What, Michael Vick or something? Yeah, this guy, does this criminal activity for a long time, and it's not until he's caught that he's sorry. I wish one of these guys, like the steroid guy or something, when they're caught, it's fine to apologize, but apologize for what you're really sorry for. You're sorry that you got caught. I would love it if one of these guys was just honest one time and went, you know what, I really have been doing this. I really enjoyed breaking the law or whatever. I really regret the fact that I was caught. Obviously, I should have, zigged when I zagged. Hopefully, this will be a lesson to everybody. Don't get caught. I'm sorry that I was caught. Because that's why they're really sorry. They're sorry they're caught. Nobody's sorry, after they just, scored big in drugs, or after they just, won, $6,000 in a dogfight. Nobody's sorry then. It's only when the cops come that everybody's sorry. And enough of this God, only God can judge me nonsense. No, if you're on trial, that's a little delusional, because actually the guy with the black robe and the gavel, he can judge you too. And speaking of God, I love the way some people get caught and apologize, and their form of apology is to say that they found Jesus. I don't think Jesus was lost. I think he's been around, and it's pretty easy to find Jesus. You could have done that 15 years ago before you got in trouble. Little skeptical about the coincidence of, your character's on trial and you're about to go to jail, and then you find Jesus. Little skeptical about that. But yeah, Jesus is not hard to find. You can find Jesus in the drawer of a desk in pretty much any hotel. There's churches with Jesus signs everywhere. Jesus on TV on Sunday, people talking about Jesus. There's movies that come on around Christmas time about Jesus. There's songs talk about Jesus. You can probably I think you can still buy a Bible at Walmart. I mean, Jesus is pretty easy to find. Actually, going down the interstate, there's a huge sign that just says Jesus. I mean, he's pretty easy to find there. It's not even like being like a Muslim, like a Malcolm X thing where you got to go on some sabbatical for years and get all submerged in the culture or whatever. It's not like the Maharishi or some kind of cult where you got to go live in a commune. I mean, turn your life over to Jesus, pretty easy. So yeah, little skeptical about that. But if you do just find Jesus, like you just found out about Jesus yesterday, when you're going to jail, little early to be quoting the Bible passages. Get to know Jesus for a couple years, maybe decade. And then you can go ahead and quote Jesus. Get that random Bible quote in there out of nowhere to make yourself look good. So yeah, I'm just a little tired of the apologies. I'm thinking that I'm a little tired of people that some guy gets up there and reads some apology off a piece of paper like he's completely insincere, and that somehow makes him a man. He did all this stuff, and he said he's sorry. I apologize. I know I've hurt my teammates, and my actions were despicable, and I would like to apologize. If you're going to make an apology, at least make it look good. Throw out the script, try to do a little bit of memorizing. At least feign the sincerity if you're going to apologize. That'd be my advice there. Or just don't apologize at all. That's what I was getting back to. Just think about what you're going to say before you say it, and say it. Stand up for it. If you're going to do something illegal, and you get caught, just be a man. That's a real man. You know what I mean? A man says what he feels. He stands up for it. He doesn't wussy out when all of a sudden his endorsements are on the line. All this nonsense about, well, he's a man because he said he's sorry. Again, I don't know. Maybe I came from somewhere else, but I would think a man stands up for himself and backs up what he says. Again, just really tired of the apologies. My name's Rocky, and you have a good one.